Bonjour, je suis Thierry Jerry, je suis un réalisateur de films, je suis nigérien. It's okay, yeah. Je parle français un peu, but I know you understand English. Yo, so I'm going to speak in English. My name is Terry Jerry Awasi. I'm a filmmaker and a social entrepreneur. I'm a Nigerian, and I'm here to talk to you about my filmmaking for social, cultural, and positive change generally. Thank you. I make films that lead and inspire social, cultural, and even economic and positive, political positive change. So my journey through filmmaking, I've come over 13 years now. In filmmaking, I started as a teenager, and I went to film school, graduated at an early age, also proceeded to the university. And after that, I've taken courses and done film schools again, just all to get the knowledge. I've practiced in the industry. I've worked with a couple of companies over the years in filmmaking. So, but basically my project for social change here in Nigeria, Africa, has been to work with youth to see how we make pictures, films, you know, using photographies, videos, and then films, both short and then feature length, TV series, and all of those forms of films to help shape the culture. The summary is to make a culture of accountability, transparency, and integrity out of Nigerians, especially the youth. Our focus is to see that when the youth, culture is defined as a way of doing things. So we want the way of doing things in Nigeria, here, Africa, and even to the rest of the world to be with the watchwords of accountability, transparency, and integrity. That is it. So because we've noticed that films shape cultures and, you know, do a lot to people's life. They influence people, shape how they behave, how they think, how they handle their relationships, and their works generally. It is said that if you want to sell a product, you should do a commercial. 1 minute. If you want to sell a lifestyle, you better do a film. It's the truth. Most people don't even know the way they do, why they do what they do as it is now, but it's the influence from music and films and arts generally around. In this age of social media, it's become very cheap to actually pass a message forward. You know, it's not expensive anymore, so it is easy to just do anything and then put it out there. So focusing on this, the people I work with are majorly youth below the age of 35, drawn from all walks of lives that have become part of the film crew, as you'll be seeing in some of the pictures we'll be showing. It's an environment. This is our office. As you see, it's always busy, people coming in, going, and doing a whole lot of things. And we like to keep it live. Sometimes we work around the clock that we have to even stay all night in the office. So far I've executed projects with the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, executed during the elections. We worked with the Not Too Young to Run crew and Situation Room here in Jos. With CYPA, is a Center for Youth Participation Dialogue. We had those engagements. We went out even to the field to see how elections were being conducted and the youth and female or the women participation in it. And we've done films around and to see how we will play our part. I've been playing my part as a youth in this. I've traveled over 18 countries in executing creativity, arts, and media work. So I started this, I founded a company when I was a teenager, precisely 19, Ado Creativity, Arts, and Media Company. And it got registered at the same time in Nigeria here, legally registered. And I started last year, 2018, we won awards with the IACC, that's the International Anti-Corruption Conference that was held in Copenhagen, Denmark. Transparency International did the selection over 505 submissions. My project was selected. It's titled The 100 Pictures of Change. And the focus is to sensitize the minds of Nigerians so they wake up to the fact that the idea of corruption, what is corruption, by the way? Corruption, we've defined it as the abuse of power or using power or official authority, delegated power for personal gain. It's supposed to be for public use, but it's now for personal gain, and it's not positive in any way. That is corruption. So the 100 Pictures of Change is aimed at touching the hearts of Nigerians and then sensitizing people to see how we can work and reduce nepotism, tribalism, corruption in the private sector, businesses, in the government offices, and in the judiciary. And then because of the 100 Pictures of Change, I got selected for this initiative, which I'm wearing the shirt now. The SDG 16 was sponsored by Accountability Lab, and then Canada High Commission in Nigeria. We were 20 people that were selected for project to feature, and then we were trained and we also pitched to foreigners, foreign donors, and even local donors to see how we could work together to do the things that we've been doing. So as a social entrepreneur, why do I need to work in the private sector? I discovered that people pushing social change agendas have had to rely on foreign donors as it is, to the UN and other big NGOs to sponsor to see how we can really cause change. And once the funding stops coming, people don't move again. This has been the plight of a lot of youth around. And then because of that, even those that are fighting for positive change become corrupt along the line because, you need to survive the situation here in Africa. And also I decided that no, I'm going to become very good at something. And then I chose filmmaking. I started there. I've gathered a lot of knowledge. Like I said, traveled over 18 countries just in executing this creativity, arts and media works. And then I become very good at this. I write for screen, I act, and I also produce alongside running this entrepreneurship, this enterprise right here. So it's been a serious journey. Working with young people particularly is a difficult thing, if you understand. Working with people that are young, they have energy, they have all kinds of ideas, big ideas that they throw around, and then it's always difficult to bring order. And then the leadership test at this level is quite serious. With Ado Cam, that's Creativity Art and Media Company, we got in with Transparency International through the 100 Pictures of Change, and it has been running. So far we have reached over, the last count as at 2 weeks ago, we had engaged over 240,000 people, reached and engaged on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's at Ado Creativity Arts Media Company. If you go out there, you can check and see some of the things we've been doing on YouTube. We've posted some things, and we've done works in that regard. So coming back to the filmmaking for social change here, it's a way of fighting corruption. Nigeria has been rated, we dropped from 148 as at 2017. In 2018, we're now rated with the new corruption index at 144. Still not good. That is kind of weak for me, if you would agree. So in Copenhagen, I had the opportunity to discuss with other change makers in the global front. What we're looking at is why not use what youth have become fond of to reach them, like music, arts, films, social media, internet, ICT, all of the things that youth rally around. So why not use it for positive change? Use the influencers, the guys that are famous in all ramifications. And then I had the opportunity of meeting with the African Union there. And so I suggested that what's the plan in all of this corruption fight that involves the youth? And then the question triggered some things. I had the opportunity also to meet with my country's, the Presidential Advisory Committee on Anti-Corruption, PAGAC. They were also present at the meeting, the IACC in 2018. So these meetings we had and some of the suggestions we brought also triggered what was called the AYAC, African Youth Convention on Anti-Corruption. The first ever. The president of Nigeria invited youth around Africa. I received an invitation from the president himself. We sat down, we're looking at how we involve people that are 35 below in the anti-corruption fight here in Nigeria and then in Africa, so that this will actually have a future. because when you involve youth in anything and then they do it not just as a job, but they do it with passion based on the lines of works, they do. It has a way of, creating a movement. That's what we're looking at, so that everybody doing what they do is speaking about one thing. Let's have a positive change. What we're driving at, we've seen in many other countries. You understand? So filmmaking is a great tool, and that is why I've decided to use it to work this path of anti-corruption. And so far we've seen results around here. A lot of people, Accountability Lab, Integrity Organization, Business Action Against Anti-Corruption, CYPA, Center for Youth Participation Dialogue, and engagement, and all of this other engagement. We've seen a lot of people come around that, look, let's work together. We like what you're doing. This is a creative idea. And this is the reason even Miss Audrey Jean, I hope I got it right. Jean, I know that's the Jean equivalent, the equivalent for John in English, right? Jean. Yeah, so that's Audrey Jean in Montreal has reached out now to see how we could, take this even to Montreal, see how people there will react to the things we're doing here. This is what I have found out, that you could use another means, not just a conventional means that people have been going about anti-corruption. My country has spent a lot of monies, billions of nairas, coming into millions of dollars to fight corruption. So it's becoming like we're becoming corrupt in trying to fight corruption. So the anti-corruption is becoming too expensive. So I suggested that, okay, let's take it and sell it to the people, like a culture. So do it, not just documentaries now, but do films that are blockbusters that people want to watch. Do music that is super hit, do fashion shows and stuff that are arts, photography exhibitions, and serious stuff that people will rally around. And, there could even be product that could be sold. There's this TV series, fine TV series, was done about Montreal, Bad Blood. There's TV series like Narcops. Narcops, yeah, I think it's Narcops, done for South America by Escobar. There've been a lot of, TV shows, TV series, films that have been done that people will watch, even pay for, so you could do more. You understand? So that is the vision here, to do stuff that will be commercially viable as a social entrepreneur, so that will not always come running to people for funding, but also stay and be influential and, very influential enough to change the narrative about Nigeria. My vision here is to see that in few years, not up to 2 decades from now, Nigeria will not be rated even, we should be very close to the mark, like second or third on the line, free of corruption. People think it's not possible. It is. There are nations like Singapore, Canada, like we're looking at, there's Denmark. They are high up there. The corruption index is as low as it can be. People can trust people to, lead rather than rule, and then be fair, be accountable, be transparent, and be full of integrity in all their dealings. So why not? It's possible in Nigeria, my country here. It is possible in other parts of Africa. Matter of fact, we've seen it in other countries. Like Rwanda is on the way to becoming something very great, the vision they had, and they're running with it. So same thing we're doing here in Nigeria. So we ask for the support. So far, we've entered into a lot of competitions with World Bank, and then, we have been supported here and there. Like I said, we were invited by the presidency. We're still discussing to see how they give us backing, to see how we could do films and, more in terms of arts and pictures to support this fight of anti-corruption. But I think there's still more that can be done. Photography will not end. This 100 pictures of change can be done elsewhere in another country. This is 100 pictures of change Nigeria, can be done in any other country. There's fashion shows, there's traveling photography, there's, put out ICT competitions, put out film festivals and all of that. We're looking at pictures of positive and social impact, something we call POPSI. We want to bring together all of the picture arts like photography, paintings, graphic designs, animations, feature, short films, doc, and all forms of films. to see how we celebrate them and then give awards to the most outstanding projects, that's picture-based projects that are in all categories that are celebrating positive change or leading and inspiring positive change. We want it to be people creating, inspiring, and then leading positive change here in Nigeria. So that is what I've done so far and what we are still doing here in Nigeria. Me and the team of young guys who have decided to use our talents and the things we're good at in creativity, arts, and media to sell the culture of accountability, transparency, and integrity to Nigerians, especially with the youth. And we're balanced here. We work with a lot of female folks, and for us, it's balanced. Gender is balanced here. The ladies are so involved in all we're doing on set and off set. So thank you very much. I hope this is useful to you, and please let's do more. Let's do more. Thank you very much. Thank you.